Hello and welcome to Let's Talk. In this episode we talk about the script I'm developing for funding. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, and thanks for watching. So it's been a busy week. I have been shooting a molded camera video with some of my colleagues down in Thomastown, where we're trying to build up another channel for 52 Jokers Wild. As a group we were putting in for some funding for a little short film, and we'd come up with this idea for a little piece that we wanted to do in Offaly. Now, we originally were working on The Engagement, which was a film I made a few years ago, 20 years ago in fact. And although I'd written the script, it got me into the writing mode. We decided to change the ideas and make it more sci-fi. So what we've now come up with is a little story, initially about an alien coming to a little town in Offaly, and three things. It was discussed sex, drugs and rock and roll. So we ended up doing a little thing about him finding a car where something was rocking around, getting some paracetamol, which is drugs, and going into where there was a traditional session going on. Oh, pretty good. As we were looking to see how reasonable this was to make as a piece, I then started to think of the Peter Sellers film called Heavens Above, which was made in 1963, about a vicar who ends up going to a small parish, and there's a bit of a mix-up. He was supposed to be somebody else. Peter Sellers' character goes to this little village instead of Ian Carmichael's character. As things work out, the vicar is seen to be a kind of Christ-like figure. Everybody starts to flock towards his church, away from other churches, and eventually there's a lot of upheaval, and he is basically left on his own, almost like an alien. The end of that particular story is he ends up sort of being launched into a British satellite and preaching from outer space, which is where the Heavens Above title comes from. It's all good fun. So in my little piece, I initially had the idea of a vicar or something coming to a little parish and basically people being, I don't know, very disgruntled with him. He is alienated, effectively. And then this little alien from outer space comes down and goes through all those things I described a short time ago. And it happens to be that it's the vicar that helps him out, and if you like, helps him to escape. What was really great fun was that we started to look to see how viable it was. When the script was originally read by Garvin, my colleague, he said it seemed like it was set in the 1950s and we need to modernise it. And so we started to pull things apart and say, well, should it be a little church, or should it be a social workers' hall, or should it be a chemist and turn it into a 24-hour petrol station where you're more than likely to get people going to, which is a good fun. And so we started to look at what was feasible. Where were the cars going to come from? I'd originally said a Morris Minor, but where would you get a Morris Minor from if you haven't got a budget? So we have to think about what other cars that we have available. And that's the fun bit of trying to work out how to make a movie. So the next stage that we've got to go through now is to work on the storyboard, which I'm hoping to do in the next few days, and begin to start to visualize the concept of the script. We're also then going to create a budget and develop a schedule for how we could shoot this over a couple of days. One of the fun things is that this could almost be a B-movie type thing from the 1950s, at least shot in that kind of way. So we're going to have fun trying to figure that out. So we'll see how things go between now and next week. I hope you enjoy these videos. Please subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.